Once that dopamine is flowing, your brain kicks off a fascinating, kind of deceptive process called crystallization. This concept actually comes from the writer Stendhal, and it's just a beautifully vivid metaphor. He compared this psychological process to taking a plain, bare twig and throwing it down into a deep salt mine. When you pull that twig out months later, it is no longer bare. It's completely covered in beautiful, shimmering crystals that make it look like a dazzling diamond. Well, in limerence, your mind does exactly this to the person you are fixated on. You project absolute, sparkling perfection onto a highly flawed human being.
You can immediately see how this builds into a stark contrast in your daily life. The real person, they might be incredibly flawed, a terrible texter, or completely emotionally unavailable. But through that lens of crystallization, you project a shimmering aura of perfection right over them. The big takeaway here is that you aren't really falling for the real person at all. You are falling for your own constructed, bedazzled image of them. This perfectly explains why your friends are entirely baffled, asking things like, "I don't get it. What do you even see in them?" while you are sitting there convinced this person is literally a deity walking on Earth.
Let's look at Section 4, the power of uncertainty, the fuel.
For limerence to truly thrive and just take over your entire life, it requires one primary secret ingredient: uncertainty. Think of this as the slot machine effect. Look, if you played a slot machine and it paid out exactly $1 every single time you pulled the lever, you'd get bored incredibly fast, right? It's predictable. But because a slot machine only pays out occasionally and entirely unpredictably, your brain gets hooked. You keep pulling the lever, hoping the next time is the jackpot. In psychology, this highly addictive mechanism is known as intermittent reinforcement.
In the context of dating and relationships, intermittent reinforcement takes the shape of some pretty toxic behaviors. Limerence absolutely requires a volatile mix of hope and doubt to survive. It thrives on things like breadcrumbing, when a person ignores you for 4 days, leaving you in total despair, and then suddenly, ping, they drop a sweet, complimentary text out of absolutely nowhere. These toxic behaviors act exactly like that unpredictable slot machine payout. They pour gasoline directly onto the fire of your obsession.
Moving on to Section 5, your psychological wiring, the vulnerability.